Happy Mishmas. Welcome to day 14. Oh my gosh, you guys, we are closing in at the end of week 2. Can you believe it? Happy Sunday. So we're drinking Bianco Piccolo this morning. It's an espresso. You're meant to drink it with milk. I don't have milk in here. It is nutty and balanced. Let's see, 2 out of 5 bitterness, 1 out of 5 acidity, and 3 out of 5 for roastiness and body. It is a thicker and darker roast than Doppio. And it is a sweet, smooth texture, notes of biscuits and caramel. Definitely smells like it. And it is quite smooth. I am enjoying this. Very nice. Bianco Piccolo. All right. Well, good morning. It is Sunday. I woke up and my eyes were just a little sticky. I don't know why. I can't get a firm grip on like the seasons for allergies here, because in New York, when I lived in New York, it was like, and growing up in Jersey, it was like clockwork. Springtime, whatever, everything would start blooming, blah, blah, blah. Here, because there's so much landscaping, it's not natural. So things are kind of blooming all the time and randomly. And so, yeah, I don't know, just every so often, I feel like it's more dependent on the weather. You know, if it's really, really nice out, if it's windy out, which it does get very windy here. If it's windy out, if it kicks up a lot of dust, like things happen. Anyway, I feel like I woke up with with sticky eyes. But I've been putting my contacts in right away when I wake up because, well, 1, sometimes I'm going to the gym. But 2, these glasses, the prescription is not, it's not good anymore. I think I mentioned this maybe in a previous Mishmas video. But I only wear these glasses, right before I go to sleep. Maybe I'm awake for like 5 or 10 minutes. And then in the mornings, if I don't go to the gym, sometimes I wear these down, whatever. And then when I go back up to get ready, I'll put my contacts in. But I can't even do that. Like I can't see you guys at all. I can't see like the viewfinder at all. When I've got my phone, it's like I can't get the right distance. So I'll just, bring my phone down and bring it really close and then I can read it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I need to go to the eye doctor. But this was another thing. I wasn't expecting, well, I was expecting for my eyes to go bad as I got older, right? You hear that all the time. It's like, oh, I just had to start, wearing readers. I had to start wearing readers. Like, okay, I was expecting that. I got it. What I wasn't expecting is that when your vision gets worse, it doesn't seem like it's gradual. It probably is, but it doesn't seem like it's gradual. It seems like, I don't know, every 9 to 12 months, at least that's my cadence, it seems like, you'll wake up and you'll put your glasses on or your contacts in, and you'll be like, can't see, still can't see, like what is going on, like totally blind. Like you just go from being able to see to not being able to see, like overnight. And that's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I mean, I have like a recurring appointment with my eye doctor every year. I don't know why I don't have one on the calendar this year. Anyway, I'm sure I screwed up something. But usually I just go around, is it around this time? I think it's around this time. And and it's like by the time I get there, I'm always like, I can't see. Help me, I can't see. Oh, my alarm. Yeah, so my alarm goes off at 5, but I usually get up at like 4:30, so. Anyway, well, let me finish my coffee here. Let's open up these Advent calendars and let's get going. Yes, productive Sunday. We're gonna have a nice productive Sunday. Okay, day 14. Here we go. Oh, we have coin. So this is, I'm saying this a lot. This is another one of my favorites. This smells of quince, like quince fruit. So it is, again, just another one of those perfect holiday fragrances. And this is part of their, their essentials or iconic line. And let me see. Yeah, I just remember quince, but let's see if there's like a more detailed account on their site. No, it just says the herbarium of fruits. Huh. Yeah, it is very fruity, but you'll smell a lot of quince in here. Okay, 14. You know what? As I'm opening this, I think I'm remembering. Was that yesterday? That I said it's next to. Yes, I actually remembered. Okay, 14. Ooh, what have we got? Ooh, Shelly. Okay, this is another blush. I think it's a blush, or I should say boxed powder product that I have not tried or seen, or I don't even know what this is. Ooh, pretty. It's like a peach, and I don't think I see any shimmers in there, so it's a matte peach blush. Very, very pretty. So for today's Mishmas video, I thought we would talk about my best luxury purchases from the past year. And usually, or I don't even know how many years I've done this. I know I did this last year. I've done like a best and worst luxury purchases of the year, but I loved absolutely everything that I got. So this was a really difficult like video to make because I thought, well, I don't want to just go through every single thing that I purchased. That's dumb. You guys have been with me all year. Hopefully you've been with me all year. You've seen what I've been wearing and everything. So I thought I would just talk about the top 12, 12 things that I purchased that I really liked. I know it was a really weird, kind of weird number, but I was trying to go for 10. Of course, you guys know me. I was like, well, actually I have 11. And I was like, well, let's just make it 12. Whatever. Anyway, let's start with what I have on. This is a Prada coat that I pre-ordered when I went to the show last fall. So the show last fall was for spring, summer 25. And so these pieces were actually like delivered to me this past year. So this is a printed jacket. I love this piece. This could be now, my favorites or like my best ofs isn't necessarily my most worn, but this I think is probably my favorite out of everything that I've gotten this past year because it's so special and it's so unique and it's just perfect for me, the climate that I'm in, and it's Prada. So, you know, I love a fur detail. I love, love, love tweed. I don't know if you guys know that about me. I love tweed, but generally, tweed clothing, anything with a fur collar. I live in Las Vegas. It's too warm. I can wear it for maybe, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 months out of the year. I really push it. As soon as the weather starts to dip, I just start pulling out all of my winter clothing. I look ridiculous. But anyway, when I realized that this was printed, and this is simply a cotton jacket that's printed with the tweed and the fur, I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely perfect for me. I can wear this for most of the year in Vegas. And it also has that kind of collarless silhouette that you guys know that I love. Just this kind of like t-shirt collar opening, no lapel, no nothing. It doesn't even have any closures here. It's just open. It's got these pockets that I haven't even opened. It's got these pockets. It's just an easy, easy silhouette. All of the magic is in this printing of the fabric. So, you know, when I was at the show, I saw the runway model, you know, walk by. They walk by very quickly. And I remember looking at this jacket and I was like, it's not moving, you know, it's not like moving the way or draped the way a tweed would. It was like, it just looks a lot stiffer. I mean, you can almost, you know, you can kind of tell it's a lot stiffer. And so we went to the Reese after the show when you actually get to see the pieces, touch them ever so gently. You know, I had learned that this was printed and I like made a beeline right to this piece. And I was like, oh my God, it's like incredible. And I had to purchase it. So anyway, this is absolutely my favorite piece from this past year. And and it's Prada. You guys know I'm such a Prada fan. It's Prada or nada. So I got this. And the other thing that I really loved from this past season are these pants these trousers from Prada. So these are, they're belted trousers, but this is like a trunk loyal belt. It's not printed on, but it's this leather, very thin leather piece that's been stitched down to make it look like it's a belt. There's a buckle here. It's like totally fake. Totally. Here's the opening of the pants. You know, it's like all the way up here. Anyway, so these, I mean, they're just so, so cool. And I love like the design of this pants. Everything else is really simple. There are no belt loops, and they kind of thought of everything. So because there are no belt loops, they added these like sizers on each side. So if you needed it to bring in, because this kind of has like a straight waist kind of feel, I think they're meant to be worn like kind of low slung. But if you want them brought in a little bit, you can kind of tighten these. They've got pockets which start underneath the belts, and it's great. I'm gonna just step back here so you can get a sense of the silhouette. Let me turn on the light. Hold on. Is that good? Yeah, that's better. They're just like a straight leg, very, very easy to wear, super duper comfortable. These are definitely more of, I think they're a wool blend, like a wool melange blend. They're not a cotton or anything. So just great for trousers, like perfect trouser fabric. So yeah, another great Prada piece from their spring summer collection from this past year. Yeah, absolutely no regrets on these two pieces. Just absolutely love them. And for shoes, of course, you know, a lot of Prada shoes were purchased. And in fact, when I was going through, not a surprise, this will not be a surprise to you guys, I was going through all of my purchases. So I was going back, you know, and looking at all of my videos from this past year, all the hauls that I did, and pretty much everything that I got, like 90% of my luxury purchases from this past year were from Prada. So you're going to see a lot of Prada. A lot of Prada in this video. Again, not a surprise. But these collapse re-nylon metal toe sneakers, I got these without the metal toe first. They're sneakerinas. And I got them in the navy and the wine color. And I love them. I was wearing those a lot until I got these. Now, I love the metal toe. And, I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm going to get them. They look a little kind of funky, but I'm going to get them. I'm going to see if I wear them. And I wore these to death. I brought these on pretty much every trip that I took this past year. They just came in really, really handy because, yeah, they were just funky enough so that if I wanted to wear like comfortable sneakers, which these are, I felt like I could get away with them when I normally wouldn't be able to get away with sneakers, if that makes any sense. And yeah, just the metal tip, they're eye-catching, they're fun, they almost look like clown shoes. Like they're just really, really fun. I think they have a really, really great sense of humor, and they're just really cool all at the same time. So they came out with this cream color, and they also came out with them in black. And I, at first, thought I was going to get them in black because I thought black sneaker, of course. But there was such a contrast between the silver toe and the black nylon that they were really, like, if you wore them, people's eyes would go straight down to your feet. They'd be so eye-catching. So I don't know, I just liked the cream nylon with the silver toe just a lot better. For some reason, I just felt like it worked. And when I tried them both on in a video, so many of you commented, get the cream, get the cream. And I was so glad that I did. And the black laces, I feel like, that presents like a little contrast in here. I didn't need it so much with the toe cap and the sneaker. But anyway, yeah, these are comfortable. I think I was also concerned, like, was this going to be bothersome? But they're short enough. So like my foot, you can maybe see it with the shoe. My foot like always bent here to walk. Yeah, like right there. And so it never really interfered. It never really like cut into my foot at all. Super duper comfortable. And I wore these rain or shine. And this one looks a little bit more worn than this side. I don't know why, than this side, but still like great. They're not like, I don't know, like the chrome finish isn't chipping away or anything like that. They've just held up really, really well. And they're collapse sneakers because the heel comes down. There's like this elastic bit, so you can wear them as mules, but I never do. Just to let you know, I never do. I always wear them as like a full sneaker. So I just love these. I think these were so great. They just came in really, really handy. They just kind of like straddled that line between casual and like a little dressy. And I think it was all about the metal cap toe. Like literally as soon as I got these, I don't think I've worn my navy ones, maybe once, but my navy and my wine colored ones, I really haven't worn. Yeah, I just love these so much. The other pair of shoes from Prada, I love so much that I got them in two colors. So this is I think they're called like the Shuffle Fringe Mule, and they've since come out with like different varieties of this. I think there's like a thong sandal, and then I think there is also something like a, I don't know, it's like a collapse loafer, if you will. So it's got like this collapsible back, but it's all leather. I think I saw that on their website. Anyway, I love these. I love these. This is so much fun. I had a pair of loafers in high school, I'll never forget, that had this like shuffle fringe. It just reminded me of like the late 80s, early 90s. I remember seeing these on a lot of shoes. And of course, this is very traditional. I think golf shoes have these or whatever. And then I love like the worn bit that they do on so many of their pieces. So this looks like it's, I don't know, almost like oil stain. There's like some scuffing, which I didn't do. It came with that. I really like that. I like that aged look. You can see that there too. So I have these in cognac, and that's what I'm wearing today with this outfit. And I also got them in chalk. And I think white shoes, I think, are very, very polarizing. I think you either love them or hate them. I love white shoes. So I was wearing these a lot with like my navy pleated We Are Four skirts. Yeah, they just really, I don't know, they just really, really worked. And not even just in the summertime, like, I don't know, I was wearing these all the time. I think when I went to the Prada House event, well, that was in the spring. That was in April. I was wearing these. And again, they have this worn in look to them already. And yeah, I wore these with jeans. Like they worked a lot more than I thought that they would. I thought I would end up wearing the cognac more, but I think I wore these more than the cognac. And I thought, oh, maybe it's because it's the season, spring into summer, I was wearing them more, but I don't know. I think I was still wearing these more going into the fall. Excuse me. So anyway, I love these shuffle fringe mules, either color. And my friend Sarah, that I'm in the yarn business with, she has them in black and she absolutely loves them. Oh, as for the soles, they're just these like rubber, like flat rubber soles. So super duper comfortable. Literally you can wear them anywhere all the time. And this adjusts. So if it's too like floppy, you can put it on the smallest hole. So anyway, love those. Okay, the last shoes I will talk about, these are fairly new to my collection, but I love them. So I saw these boots when I went to Milan at the end of September. It was around my birthday. And sorry, I think I'm losing my voice. And I wanted to get them so badly, but I was traveling to Milan. I did not want to pack a pair of boots. So when I got home, I pretty much picked them up as soon as I could. And I wore them and brought them on my trip to New York, Japan, and Michigan. And boy, did these come in handy in New York mostly. In Japan, we were doing so much walking. I was just wearing like running sneakers. But these are so great. So, so great. I have larger calves. And so these have like a nice wide opening, which accommodate my larger calves, which I love. But they just have like such a, I don't know, like kick-ass feel to them. These come in black also, but I don't know. I feel like these go from kind of like a country core aesthetic to like biker core aesthetic when you go from brown to black. So the country core aesthetic is a little bit closer to my aesthetic versus like the biker boot look. So I really, really like, excuse me, I really like the dark brown. And again, we've got the like forced worn look that Prada loves to do. These are not as heavy as they look either, so they're really comfortable to walk around in. I got size 30 just for reference. The other shoes I got are true to size, and these, yeah, I guess these are true to size too. I was actually surprised when it comes to boots and even sneakers. Sometimes I have to go up or get like, if I'm between sizes, get the larger size. But these are a 38 and a half, which is true to size for me at this point. I'm pretty much in Prada, I'm pretty much like a 38 and a half. And I thought for sure, actually it was in Milan when I tried them on. I just asked for 39 and I was like, these are kind of big. And I even asked for like socks, whatever. Anyway, these are true to size, 38 and a half. And I just love these. These are great with skirts. This was another one that I loved wearing with like my pleated skirts, my larger midi length skirts, which you guys know I love. Yeah, just worked out beautifully. I love these so much. They're so comfortable. Okay, we're gonna jump back to some Prada clothing here. This skirt I actually purchased for my trip to Milan at the end of September. So again, just kind of like a newer piece to my collection, but this was a lifesaver. So I have been traveling so much, and I hadn't even gone to New York and Japan, all of that yet, but I had come off of a cruise at that point. I had spent almost like 2 or 3 weeks in the New York area, at my friend's lake house or whatever. Anyway, long story short, what I'm trying to say was I had fallen off of my routine. I wasn't eating that well. I felt like I was eating out all the time. I wasn't able to work out as much as I normally do. And so, I put on some weight, understandably. But when I got home and I was like getting ready for Milan and thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to wear? I have a bunch of like Prada, like pleated skirts, but all of the fabrics on those skirts are very unforgiving. One is like a very kind of like thick nylon. One is a kid mohair. Actually, two are nylon. One's thick, one's thin. Anyway, there's no give. There's absolutely no give to nylon unless you put elastic in there. And they were tight. They were tight. And I thought, well, I'm going to Milan. I'm going to be eating in Milan. I was like, oh my God, like, what am I going to wear? So anyway, I contacted the manager of the store here at Crystal's. And I was like, do you have anything with an elastic waist? Anything? And he was like, let me pull some stuff. And so I ended up getting this skirt, elastic waist, and it's a zip front. You see, there's so much fabric. It is, here it is. Here's the zipper. And so you can kind of customize like the opening or whatever. Leave it a little open, whatever. I don't need like all the way on my thigh. But it's got like the little triangle plaque here. It's got buttons. It's got pockets with zippers here. A little placket to kind of hide the zipper. It's such a great skirt because as soon as you like cover the elastic, it almost looks formal. But it's, nylon. I mean, it is loud. I will say that whenever I was walking around with it, it was like, zzz, zzz, it was like corduroy. But I love it. And it's of a thinner nylon. So it has a lot of movement. It worked in the warmer weather because when I went to Milan, it was not that cold yet. It was an absolute lifesaver. And I brought it on all of my travels since then. And it's just great. It's so comfortable. The elastic is great. The length is great. So it's a nice midi length. And because this nylon is on the thinner side, it has great drape. It just sort of hangs. There is a version, it's like similar to this. Prada has a version of this skirt and the nylon is thicker and it kind of comes in and then it like bells out and it ends up looking almost like very like ballerina. It's very, very pretty. It's not me. It's not me at all. And this fabric, it being thinner, works so much better because it just sort of hangs. So yeah, this has become like a wardrobe staple for me. I love it. I love it. I've come to like really depend on this skirt. This jacket, I mean, I really kind of bought on a whim. I don't know. I like tried it on in the store and I was like, I like it. I'm going to take it. And it's almost like this skirt. It's become like indispensable in my wardrobe. I just feel like it's now part of like my core collection. It's something I reach for all the time. And again, another piece that I traveled with, sorry, it's a little wrinkly, another piece that I traveled with everywhere and it was absolutely perfect. So I got this before I went to New York in May. And I was like, it's going to be raining. At least that's what the forecast said. It actually turned out to be different. But it was supposed to be raining, kind of drizzling in New York the whole time, which it did for part of the time that we were there. And so I was like, I just want like a rain jacket, like something light, something easy that I can wear with like a black skirt that I can wear with jeans. And I really liked this color. And I just loved like the little details of this. It reminded me of a jacket that I had when I was, I don't know, in grade school, with this big chunky zipper with this zipper pull. But it has this pocket with the Prada plaque there and like just this little blouson detail here at this seam, just a little bit for just a little added interest. I liked this pocket because we've got a flap pocket here, but then we have a side pocket here, which is, the one that I would use for my hands. This one I would like throw my phone into. We've got pockets on both sides. We've got a little bit of like a mock neck. So, if it was raining a little bit harder, I'd zip it all the way up, kind of pull it closer to me. but super duper simple. And it's got a drawstring at the waist. But there's something about rain gear for me that what works best for me are the ones that I reach for the most. It has to be thin because usually when it's raining, especially in the springtime, it's really humid. And if I'm wearing like something really, let's say like a wax cotton barber coat that's like lined or something, oh my, it's like you can almost see the steam like coming out of the jacket. So I leave those coats for like snow. But for rain, I just like something really, really light. And this was perfect. So this was perfect for New York. I also took this to Japan where it pretty much rained like the whole time we were there. I think we got 2 days out of the 2 weeks that were there, 2 days where it didn't rain, where the sun actually came out. But Japan is, I mean, it's an island, so it's very, very humid. And I mean, if you guys saw my pictures on Instagram, I was pretty much wearing this jacket like the whole time. It was perfect, the perfect weight, the fact that it's water resistant. It packs well, packs easily. It's so light. It was just perfect. So this piece, indispensable. Okay, moving on to some handbags, and I'm going to give you a break from Prada for just a moment. The Loewe Madrid bag. I could not believe that I scored this bag. So this is the medium size. This is the color, I think it's just burgundy. It could be a fancier name, but I think it's just maybe dark burgundy. But I love this bag. And this was a very popular bag for Loewe this past year. J.W. Anderson has left. He's gone over to Dior. And this, you know, I'm sure a lot of his design and influence we'll see moving forward still. But I don't know, it was just sort of like I wanted to get something from like the last collection that he was, you know, there at Loewe. And this bag is just, it's so versatile. It's so, what's the word? It's almost, I don't know, I guess like so many of the things I've talked about, it really straddles between it being like very like traditional, fancy kind of looking, but also it can be super casual because you can wear crossbody if you want. The handles make it so, so versatile. You can hold it like, you know, like kind of a prim handbag like this. It has like a little bit of a mod feel. It could be the color of the bag that I'm kind of like reacting to, but I think a lot of it also has to do with the silhouette of it. But yeah, you can make it into a shoulder bag like so. And then there's actually a piece that you can attach, which will make this whole thing longer. And then you can wear it as a crossbody. So I've taken this off because I've gotten used to wearing it as a shoulder bag or as a handbag. If I do take this to like the city and I'm going to be walking around all day, I just change it into a crossbody bag. But yeah, I just keep this little extra strap in the inside side pocket here. So if I want to change it up, I can very quickly. And then this little piece of hardware is just, it's so cute. I love it. It's like a little button and then it closes that way. Or you can just tuck it inside and then you can use the zipper and it just zips this whole thing shut if you want something more secure. But the magnet here has the emblem on there, so you still have that little bit of hardware even though you don't have that little strap sticking out. So I love it. I love like the covered buttons here. I love that the straps here, it's like 2 tubes. The detail is so great, and I love this size. So you can probably tell there's like a little bit going on with this bag, right? With the straps, they're being threaded through the bag. The small size, I feel like there's almost too much of all this going on because the bag, it's narrower. I think it's narrower and it's shorter. So I feel like it ends up being kind of, I don't know, proportionately, it looks a little like top heavy. I mean, of course, if you don't need a larger bag, you just prefer smaller bags, it's a great bag. You know, just all the thoughtfulness in it, it's a great bag. The large, I could see really getting into, like, you know, you can just carry so much more in there. If you do like carry your life with you, if you're one of those people, by all means, I feel like the large is a really nice one too. But I opted for the medium and so happy with this. You know, I really thought about getting another one, another like a large black one, I think was the one I was, you know, kind of contemplating. But there's so many beautiful handbags out there. And I'm like, before I start kind of like doubling up on silhouettes, let me just take my time, because I do think this is going to be like a staple in the Loewe I don't know, in their like core collection. At least I think, you know, I feel like this is just as beautiful as the puzzle bag, as the flamenco, um, as their hammock, you know, all of their like, so the Amazona, like all of their staple bags. I feel like this really rounds out that collection of theirs. It's got feet at the bottom. I've left the plastic on there. I know, so psycho. Love it so much. Okay, there's another bag that I wanted to mention, but I realized I left it downstairs. So we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. But let me mention the two other things on this list, which are not Prada. These two jackets that I got while I was in Japan. So I'm a huge, huge Sacai fan. And, you know, I don't know why I don't purchase more Sacai. I love them. They're readily available here in the States. I think I get overwhelmed. I get very, very overwhelmed. I go on to, I mean, who carries it? Most of the larger retailers carry Sacai. And, you know, a lot of the pieces have like a flight jacket inspiration or a trench inspiration. They're layered differently. They're pieced together differently, you know, be like a flight jacket sleeves with like a sweatshirt body or something like this, like a trench with the flight jacket interior. And I just never know what to pick. So it was really nice to be able to be in Tokyo, go to the Sacai boutique and just really kind of go through their, you know, their collection. And it was already kind of edited because I didn't see everything that I had seen, you know, online or whatever. Anyway, I ended up with these two pieces, which I think are quite different, but, you know, unmistakably Sacai. So this is like a trench jacket detail with like a flight jacket interior, and it's all sewn together, so it's not like two jackets in one. And that was sort of my concern also. I was like, I live in Vegas, like how long am I going to wear a piece? It's like two jackets layered one on top of the other, but it's actually one. It's only double right here in the front and then a little bit in the back, but you can see it like thins out. I think for Vegas, this is definitely a winter coat. I think for most other places, this is like a deep autumn coat. But we've got a zipper closure here. You can button it up. We've got some like elastic tabs here where we can button it. We can leave this open. We can button up the whole thing. It's got pockets here in the trench side. It's got flat pockets here in the flat jacket interior. It's so cool. It is so, so cool. And I love that they kept gold buttons in here and then the regular trench black buttons out here. And like, they just kept all the details for each of the pieces. So we've got like this neck tab here for the trench. We've got like the tabs here on the sleeves, like very traditional, like trench styling. But for the flight jacket, we've got like the quilted placket here. We've got the rugged zipper. Like it's so cool. It literally looks like you just threw a cropped trench over flight jacket parka. And I love layering, and for it to already like be built in for me is perfect. And here is the other jacket that I got. Now I have to get the sleeves shortened. I just have not had any time to take it to my favorite tailor here in Vegas, Rose. But this is tweed over denim. So again, we've got like this denim jacket. Looks like you just threw a tweed coat over it, but it's sewn down here. And it does the same thing. Sorry, I should have shown you before I threw it on, but it does the same thing where it like thins out. So it doesn't feel like you're wearing like full on two coats. But I love, as I said before, I love, love, love tweed. And I love this Sacai tweed. And they actually have this jacket in like a brown and cream tweed with a brown denim jacket. And I was really tempted by that, but there was something about the navy that I really, really loved. You can tuck this collar in if you want more tweed, less denim. And yeah, they just kept all of the same details, much like the other jacket. We've got like the gold buttons, very typical for like a tweed lady jacket. But then for the denim, we've got like the jean, you know, like the jean closure here. It's just so cool. I love it. I love this jacket so, so much. I love this one. I love the other one. I love them equally. There was actually a third jacket that I wanted to get, but I was like, calm down. First of all, not enough luggage space. And second of all, how many jackets does one person need? A lot, apparently. Sacai is probably the first company I saw do that with like almost like the trapeze back in the jacket. It's so cool. So yeah, I just have to get the sleeves shortened, but when I am wearing it, before what I'm doing is just sort of like tucking this in here, and you almost can't even see it because of the tweed. But yeah, I'm just sort of doing this tuck so we still get the fringe here. I could probably, well, I could roll it up a little bit, but then you'll see the lining here. Anyway, I just have to go and get it shortened, but I love this jacket. Okay, we're going back to Prada. So the Explorer bag, I got this when I was in Milan. I love this bag. So I ended up getting it in the leather. It is Napa leather, so it is really, really soft. Really, really, really buttery soft. And that's what I wanted, because I wanted this bag to have like a little bit of slouchiness. You know, when I carried it, I didn't want it to look too stiff. It does also come in suede and nylon. And this is the medium size, but I don't think they have a small size. They do have a large size, and not in every fabric. I have forgotten. I think they have the large Explorer bag in nylon. Definitely a nylon, but I don't know about the other ones. Anyway, this is the medium in leather, and I got it in the black. I love this bag, you guys. It's so good. It has a really casual feel to it because it kind of looks like a Nat Geo photographer bag, right? It's got the little pockets on the sides here, right here on either end. It's got this flap, the zipper on the top. So it looks like a camera bag, essentially. And then it's got this shorter strap, which if you get the leather version is leather. And then it's got this longer strap that you can wear crossbody. And this is in like a nylon webbing. And it's such a great bag. It's versatile. I can unattach this shorter leather strap if it's just kind of too much, but I kind of like all the stuff kind of hanging off of it. I think it looks really cool. It's the perfect size for me. Perfect everyday size. Oh, I have stuff in here. Perfect everyday size. I've got a lip gloss. Not a bunch of stuff. I have a gaming voucher from Bellagio for 31 cents. I probably paid like $10 in a slot machine while I was waiting for someone. Anyway, it's just got one big cavity. It's got this pocket on the side. It's got this front pocket, which is really handy for IDs, cash, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is great. Sunglasses, you know, makeup bag, little makeup bag, my cameras, like whatever I'm kind of walking around with. It's the perfect size. And I love this leather. I was really, I don't know, I was kind of hesitant. I thought, oh, should I just get the nylon? It's so much more practical. It's so Prada. It's, I was going to say it's lighter, which is usually why I opt for nylon, but this is actually very, very light. But I just thought maybe it'd be like a more practical choice. I don't know. I mean, I think this is fine. I've used this all the time. I'm not very, very rough with my bags now that I've moved to Vegas. In New York, much rougher with my bags, right? You're just like everywhere, doing everything all at once. Anyway, this has held up, I think, pretty nicely. It's just gotten softer, a little bit more slouchy, if you will. But yeah, other than that, it's great. It's really great. I'm trying to look for like scratches or whatever. Maybe on the bottom. Yeah, like I have some marks on the bottom here or whatever, but yeah, nothing like devastating. So yeah, pretty resilient. And I throw my keys in here. Yeah, pretty resilient, this Napa leather, but it's so soft all at the same time. This piece I almost forgot to mention, but my goodness, this is definitely one of my most worn pieces, one of my most loved pieces from Prada. This is that asymmetric blouse. Let me put it on a hanger. So this was something I ordered when I went to the Prada house event in LA. So that house event was in April, and it was for the fall collection that's basically out right now. And so I got to pre-order some stuff. And sorry, there's a fuzzy on here. I was trying to wear this shirt underneath a sweater. That's the one downside to this shirt. It doesn't look good under anything else because it's meant to be very oversized. It's really meant to look like a, I don't want to say morning after shirt. That's not the right phrase. But like a walk of shame kind of shirt, one that you kind of borrowed from your boyfriend slash husband slash partner. So it's meant to kind of have that disheveled kind of look to it. So it's asymmetric in that it buttons really like off kilter here. It's got this like tuxedo type of collar on one side. It's got the button down collar on the other. It's got these like really heavily starched like tuxedo cuffs. And again, meant to be really, really oversized. This is a size 38, and I think their smallest size is a 36, and this is pretty giant on me. So, you know, it's supposed to have that look, that like boyfriend shirt look, but in the most literal sense where, you know, it looks like you guys went to a gala the night before and you just stole his top. But I just love it. I love the androgyny of it. It's got a really quiet Prada triangle on the back there. But yeah, it's just such a cool shirt. And I love white blouses. I have a ton of them. And so I don't know, I love pulling this one when I want something just a little bit different. This has definitely become one of my most worn shirts this past season. Yeah, because I just got it, I think in August, I think it was delivered maybe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's Mishmas video. I've got some special ones coming up this coming week, so definitely stay tuned. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. I really hope you guys are enjoying Mishmas so far. I'm really having a great time filming these videos for you. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Please let me know, have there been some really special pieces that you purchased this past year? I would love to hear from you. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in tomorrow's Mishmas video. Bye.